up, guys? I know I'm late on this video, but I've been sick and I've been having a lot of other stuff going on, like in my personal life or whatever. So here's the video. It's late, but you getting it. So this is Family or Fiancé episode 2, Ashley and Keron, and let me just say, oh my God, like this episode was literally like, oh my goodness, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot, and like a whole lot of. So I don't even know what else what else. Let's just get into it, cause it was a lot. So basically we meet Ashley and Keron, and they are a young couple. I don't think they were as young as Chris and Tashaki were, but they're still kind of young. And basically, like, he has met her family and she hasn't met his family, and most of that, the reason why he hasn't met her family is because she's a little outspoken, she's a little bit out there, you know, and his family is like a wholesome Christian family, so that is why he hasn't introduced her to his family. But I feel like if you can't introduce me to your family, we don't need to have nothing going on, because it's like you hiding me, you ashamed of me, you don't like you don't want me around. And basically when we dig more into it, we see like he's one way with his family and he's another way with her. So it's like he's being two different people living two different lifestyles, and it just don't work like that. Like, you can't do it like that. With Keron, they're gonna do 20 questions. With Ashley, she's gonna go shopping with his mom. So his family showed up first, and he was telling her like, you can't be drinking the beer, you know, you gotta leave it up here. He was like, I'm leaving my beer up here. She was like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah, I'm leaving my beer up here. And he did, and she left hers, but then she said she ended up telling them when she went downstairs that she was drinking a beer. And then her family arrived, and her family was saying like they felt like Keron's family was fake, and that the hugs were just because his mom said that we don't do handshakes, we hug or whatever. And I'm sorry if I'm still like stuffy, because I'm sick. I'm still sick. I'm trying to get over it, and I feel like I'm breathing like really heavy. I'm sorry. Anyways, just felt like her family was fake, and like they just weren't feeling her family or whatever. And then they sat down and they talked, and they were saying, you know, we are here because da, 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 we want your blessings. And the families of course told their reasons why. Her friend tore him to shreds, and it's later on we figure out why her friend kind of said the things she said. So like I said, like, this episode was a lot. It was a lot. So his stepdad and by the way, Ashley's mom is a lesbian, and she has a lesbian lover, and we later found out that Ashley is bisexual, and of course this doesn't sit well with Chris's family because they're Christian. And so his stepdad asked him why he never introduced them to he feels like his mom feels like Ashley's not the one for him. He's still in love with his ex or whatever. And that they shouldn't be together. Ashley starts crying. His sister says his sister was the one that dropped the bombshell about him still being in love with his ex. And so basically no one feels like basically no one wants to give them their blessing. Everyone feels like they should not be together. Everyone feels like they should not be together on both sides. So Ashley was saying that she don't like the sister, and I was like, I don't blame her, because the sister came in with a nasty attitude. She did. She came in with a nasty attitude, and she just was like, from the jump, she was just, I wasn't, Ashley was saying she wasn't feeling her vibe. I wasn't feeling her vibe either, because it just was like, she just was, it was too much. His sister was doing too much. And I'm like, girl, you're supposed to be there to support your brother. Whether you like Ashley or not, you're still supposed to be there to support your brother. So, yeah. So, Ashley addressed the sister or whatever, and they got into it, of course. So, they're playing with 20 questions with Keron. And the first question was, why did his mom keep breaking up his ex? And then he was like, he don't know why she bought him up. He should have never bought her up. But I feel like there could be something going on with this ex. Well, you will find out later on in the show. And then they asked him what was one thing he could change about himself, and he was saying like his attitude and things, like he could change, he could be more understanding or whatever. So they cut to Ashley in shopping with his parent, with his not his parents, his sister and his mom, and she's asking the mom and the sister, who is, I'm sorry, I keep looking down, who is it that he's in love with? And the sister was like, oh, we can't tell you that. That's for him to tell you, you know. That's for him to tell you. That's not our business to tell you. And but like Ashley's, like I agree with Ashley. She was like, if you bold enough to tell me, or if you bold enough to say it, you should be bold enough to tell me who it is. And then I just feel like her family is just looking for any reason for him not to be with Ashley, and I think that's unfair because they never like met Ashley. This was their first time meeting him. I don't think they gave her a fair chance. And then also when they were playing 20 questions, they pulled the question out of the basket saying, how do you feel about Ashley's ex slash best friend being here? And I was like, hold up, wait, what? So the friend that was there on Ashley's side is actually the ex-girlfriend that Ashley used to be with. And I'm like, whoa. And he was saying that he didn't feel no type of way. He didn't know that this was the ex-girlfriend or whatever, but he don't feel no type of way about her being there. I'm like, bro, you feel some type of way. You just don't want to you don't want to let people see you sweat. But you gotta feel some type of way about that. It ain't no way around that. Like, she ain't tell you, and it's her whole ex in front of you. Like, you gotta feel some type of way about that. So after Ashley and Keron's sister get into it, Keron's sister storms out. Ashley and Keron's mom are talking, and she's trying to get through to Ashley. But then Ashley gonna come and drop a whole bombshell on Mama. Like, she was like, if I want to know who y'all think he in love with, cause I might be in love with her too. If it's so and so, I already know who it is, and I've been with her too. We all three of us been together, and I'm like, whoa, Ashley, you can't be out here dropping this type of information. You can't be out here dropping this type of tea. And his mama was pissed. His mama was like, excuse me? And she was like, yeah, I love her too. We've all been together. And I'm like, oh, so y'all out here having threesomes? That's what we doing? We just out here willy-nilly having threesomes with the exes? That's what it is? And I just was like, this is too much. This is way too much. Like, this episode was so lit. I'm like, oh my God. And I just felt, I don't know. I just feel like they probably should have not came on this show. I mean, it's good entertainment. Oh, excuse me. It's good entertainment, but at the same time, like, they airing out all their dirty laundry, and their families have to live with this. Like it might be entertainment for us, but when they go home, they still got to deal with all this. And imagine if their family and their friends is watching this play out on national TV. They still got to deal with it. Like, for us, it ends after that hour, but for them it's more than just after the hour that they're on the show. So So his mom was saying, because Ashley was his mom and Ashley were still talking, and she was saying, Ashley was like, so you don't like gay people? And she said, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I don't like the sin. She said, I can love the individual, but I don't have to like the sin. So after they left, she pulled him, they left the store, she pulled Keron to the side, and she was asking Keron about the threesome. And then she asked him about Ashley and her sexuality. And he was like, in a way he did defend her, but in a way he didn't, excuse me. He was like, y'all should have never brought up my ex. This was not the place for that. I was like, yeah, they right. But at the same time, he still felt like Ashley was wrong too. Like he's still playing both sides. He's still playing both sides. He's still trying to please his mama, and he's trying to please Ashley too. And it ain't gonna work like that. It's not gonna work. Ashley's talking to her mom, and she says she feels like Keron's mother does not like gay people, and that's not gonna work for her because her moms are gay. So he pulled her to the side. They try to talk. Then they start arguing. They have this big fight. He was like, "Why did you say that to my mom?" And she was like, I wanted to tell the truth. And he was like, but that's not the truth. So he's insinuating that they did not have this threesome with the ex. But I'm like, if y'all didn't have threesome with the ex, how she know the girl name? And how she know who this ex is? Because I know y'all ain't just sitting around talking about the ex. So something had to happen though. So who knows? Ashley feels like Keron's family is judgmental, and they're not trying to get to know her family. And like I said, he's trying to play both sides. He's trying to keep everybody happy, and it's not gonna work like that. It can't work like that. You gotta choose a side, Keron. You can't play both sides. You gotta choose a side. And in the end, not in the end, but like in the middle of the episode, his family left. And they were like, we not finna do this. We leaving. And they left. And then she was talking to her mom. And her mom was asking her, like, is this really the type of man you want to marry? And she was saying, like, now she was having second thoughts about everything. And I'm like, she should have knew him before this. Like, I don't understand how they've been together for however many years they were together, or however long they were together, and she never met his family. That would have been a red flag for me right there. It's like he's hiding her from his family. So, and now she's seeing his true colors. I don't think they should get married. So day 2 check-in, the relationship expert asking him how was their day. She asked him, do he still want his ex? He said no. She asked him, does he feel abandoned by his family? He said yes, because they just like abandoned the whole process, and they just up and left him. And he was like, he liked women who like women, but he can't marry a woman who likes women. And I was like, huh? You like women who like women, but you can't marry a woman who like women. But you knew this girl liked women when you got with her, when you asked her to marry you, and y'all out here having threesomes. But now all of a sudden that you done seen your parents, you done had a come to Jesus moment, and now you can't marry this girl? Bro, like, I just felt like that was just an excuse for him to get out of this engagement, because he realized that he can't please his mama and Ashley at the same time. So essentially, mama's boy, he chose his mama instead of his fiance, which for Ashley I'm glad, because it just seems like it wasn't gonna work no way. So it's better that way anyways. Because he basically said that her liking women was a deal breaker for him. And I'm like, well, you should have known that was a deal breaker before your ass asked her to marry you. Like, people, like, do people think? That's Like, I just felt like that was just dumb. You wasted her time. You wasted your time. You wasted money on the ring. Like, it was just a whole bunch of time wasted when both of y'all could have been with other people actually building a life. Like, just stupid. So after they met with the relationship person, she told him that he needed to go talk with his family, and Ashley was talking to her mom and her friend, the friend that's her ex. I was like, that's just too much. And she was saying how she feel like she can't be herself now, because he's switching on her. And I did say that he just totally did a complete 180 on this girl when his family came around. And now I can see why she never met his family, because he already knew that they weren't going to click, and he already knew that it wasn't going to work, and he was going to make a decision. He was going to have to make a decision. And I'm like, he should have made that decision earlier. Before they done spent this time together, they done invested time in each other, invested God knows what else in each other, and then you basically like, oh no, I can't do this. You just wasted everybody's time when both of y'all could have been doing something else. Like we getting older, we not getting younger, we don't have time to waste. We don't. So basically, he goes to talking to his family. We already know they don't give their blessing. We don't care. We already know. They don't like Ashley. They probably don't like gay people. So, we don't care. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying the way Mama was acting, and like Ashley mom said, the Bible says you should not judge people, and I feel like they was judging. So, that wasn't going to work out either way. So, Keron and Ashley was talking about their relationship and where it was going. They started arguing again, and he was like, you know what? I'm done. It's off. And then they break up, and she was like, nigga, I've been done. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. They don't need to be together no more. They just need to let it go. So they broke up. The engagement is off. It's not a surprise. They wasn't gonna mesh together. Like, they weren't. Like, he's trying to be two different people. He trying to please his mom. He trying to please his girl. And he thinking like it's gonna work where he can please both, and it's not gonna work. So her mama, her two moms, and her friend were like, thank you, Jesus. They were so happy that they called off their engagement. And I was happy too, because I was like, it ain't no way. Ashley, go find you somebody that loves you, that really does love you for who you are. Go find you somebody that's family is going to accept you. And Keron, go on your way. Go back to your ex that your family wants you to be with, and leave it at that. Because at the end of the day, y'all wasn't going to work out. And I'm glad the engagement was called off. So now, y'all, this 2 for 2. This is the second episode, and this is the second couple that done broke up. Let's see if we have better luck on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, I love you guys. Bye.